But this whole, I just got to go right to the heart of this anti-Semite claim that's happening. This is something, if you read the definition, it says you can't claim that there's multiple people inside of banks or in media that are all Jewish or you're anti-Semitic. And that's the truth. Like, it's the truth. What are we talking about? And
elaborate. What do you mean?
What is going on here? What just happened?
I see the enemy. They try to get to me.
All right. Another day, another time. We on the grind. Welcome back, Thoughts. Today, we're going to be basically going over this whole Kanye West thing. He basically walked off of a interview or a podcast from what I'm like seeing, I guess. But like, I didn't really watch the full thing. I just kind of seen like a snippet of it. So I'm going to watch that real quick. My initial reaction, though, is like, from what I've seen, I think Kanye's being a bitch. But hey, what else is new? But yeah, we're going to watch it and share some thoughts on it. Man. And yeah. All right, so we're watching the replay right now. I'm going to go ahead and just get to the point. Like, I'm going to kind of get a premise on what they're talking about because I want to see basically when he leaves. Like, does he just leave in the beginning? I think he just leaves in the beginning. I don't see him he just left in the beginning. Hello? Okay, all right. Well, I guess there's not much to go on about because he just leaves in the beginning. So he's only on there for about 20 minutes. This man, why is he so sensitive, bro? Whatever. Anyways, all right.
Of course, we're going to discuss, as I mentioned, is we have Ye himself.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Would you like to introduce yourself, good sir?
You did it.
There you go. I think everybody knows who you are. And,
Why is
which you gentlemen would like to introduce
Why are you
yourself?
always like
Nicholas,
this?
please.
Hi, yeah, I'm
He looks so unhappy.
Nick Fuentes, first time here on the
Okay, so I just finished watching the Timcast IRL episode where Kanye West walks off. Now, being a Kanye West fan, I've been pretty lenient, I'd say, on the decisions and mistakes he's made recently. But this time, I feel like I can't really cut him any slack. So the beginning of the interview basically goes to him cutting Tim off and basically being like, okay, we're going to talk about how the industry did me wrong in all these different ways. And they tried to put me in jail this morning and they took this and Adidas did that and JP Morgan did this.
Morning, I found out that they were trying to put me in prison because what they did was I moved $140 million into JP Morgan. And I said, hey, I want to talk to Jamie Dimon. Like, look at me. I'm just going in naive, multi-billionaire. Like, maybe Jamie Dimon will let me in on some deal flow. Wrong. And I'm just like banging my hands like, I want to meet with Jamie. And I start complaining online. And then they debank me for complaining. And so I'm about to get debanked. They're like, you need to go to Trump's, the bank, AXO, whatever. You got to go. And I'm like, I've been trying to buy my own bank for the longest. And then we figured out how to get my own bank. It's like 50 million, 75 million. So I'm about to buy my own bank. But then, as they're about to take the money out, here comes Adidas with a $275 million bill for marketing funds that they agreed upon. Because I said to them, hey, I'm the marketing, give me the marketing fund. Which proves by the response they got when they, stole the designs and said, we're going to not call them Yeezys anymore. So this is what I was already fighting Adidas for. So I'm fighting Gap, get out of Gap, fighting Adidas. And then I deal with this little bit of noise from, Zionism from the fashion world where they use this plant named Gabby, who's obviously like some kind of CIA agent, knows nothing about fashion. This is a certain thing. When someone can't dress, you know that they're not like a fashion person. They're just there as like the society, like the control that they try to use with celebrities, which has now been broken, right? Because where it broke? And I want to get on like LeBron in a second, but I'm going to come back to this and just talk about this morning where I'm not going to mention her name because she's a nice lady, but someone at Cohen Resnick tells me, and I tell all of my finance people, never use the term a lot, but they said, okay, you're going to have to pay a lot of taxes. And that made me feel like they're just like waiting, like we finally got him. We finally can put him in jail. And I was like, can I still run for president in jail? I found out I could. So I was like, okay.
Right. And it's like, bro, we all heard this before, right? Like, I guess them trying to put him in jail that morning, I mean, I guess that's new or whatever, right? But it's like, bro, like, we get it. You're going through it, right? We understand who your anger is at. You coming and saying the same thing over and over and over again is not going to get a different reaction, my guy. You have to learn how to play the game of politics. You can't complain about your past misdirection or complain about your past history and want justice for it and demand justice for it and have that be the reason you're doing what you're doing. You have to be able to care about the people you're doing something for, my guy. That's the whole point. That's the whole reason why Donald Trump won when he won, because he was able to unite the people. He was able to scream something that the people wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to talk about this. No one wants to hear about how the industry misdirected you. We feel bad for you 100%, but we can't do anything about it. We're regular ass people. I don't know what you expect. If you're an industry plant, or even if you're a person in the industry right now, they're trying to feed the food on their families, or feed the food on their families. They're trying to put food on the table for their families. And they signed a contract just like you did. And unfortunately, they are probably dealing with the consequences and the repercussions and accept it because they know what they're doing is providing, stuff for their family. And hey, that's on them. That's on their decision to make. Just like it was on your decision to make the decisions you made, Kanye West. You have to hold yourself accountable, man, so you can grow and hopefully get out of the situations you're in. After Kanye West goes on his rant, he basically proceeds to try to rope Tim in by basically making him agree. And he basically does the right thing by basically saying, no, like, I'm not going to blindly agree to what you're saying. But if you want to have a general conversation about the events I brought you here to have a conversation about, we can. And then he basically gets mad about that and decides to walk off the show.
They've been extremely unfair to you, I think.
Who was they, though? We can't say they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking
It is
about
them, though, isn't it? I mean, because
No.
because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018,
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about, are you leaving?
Are you referring to the press?
He's gone. I'll say it right now. You guys want to bring that stuff up, and then
Have
think
the
we're not going
discussion.
to have a
Like,
conversation.
have the discussion.
Like you think he's going to come in here and say, "Here's my pain, here's my suffering." I'm going to say, "I hear you," and then he's going to say, "And it was Jewish people," and I'm going to be like, "Okay, but don't you consider?" So I'm not going to do this. I refuse.
When you're presenting your argument, I feel like if you're going to be a politician or anything, you have to be able to take the slack or take whatever flack comes your way from you having said opinion. If people are going to have rebuttals, you have to be able to take it. You can't just be like, oh yeah, literally quotes himself, oh yeah, I'm just Martin Luther King. The media's out here spraying me, da 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 da. But you're out here just walking out the building. Like, you're not really doing anything. People are just saying what they're going to say regardless. Like, you're not standing in. It's not like you're still doing shows or you're still like, no, like you're going to places that is, pushing your narrative, benefiting you. And if you're not getting what you want, you're leaving. Like, that's not doing anything, bro. Like, this sucks. I feel like if you're a Kanye West fan, like, this is painful to watch, man. Like, this is a man who literally got us through some tough times. And it's like, we're just watching him fall apart because he is too childish to fucking grow the fuck up. Take some accountability, bro. Period. Man, it's like, this man's literally turning into a black Donald Trump.
Boo! You stink!
But yeah, that's it for me today. If you want to watch the full interview, you can. I'll put the link in the description probably. But yeah, like I had to get this off my chest because, man, like, this is painful, man. This is painful to watch. It's like the whole man. Like, I feel like beforehand, like this is like, okay, like this is kind of bad. I feel like, if someone's gonna look at this and be like, oh, like he's gonna say some anti-Semitic stuff and you're not gonna say anything, but he's gonna walk off a podcast and you're gonna be like, no, that's not the principle, right? Like the principle is that, bro, like, when he said something like that, it's like, okay, that was, to my knowledge, the first time me hearing, X, Y, and Z. It's like, okay, he's presenting a point. But now, a few weeks into presenting this point, it's like you're just saying the same thing. You're not presenting any more like push towards the, advancing of your argument. You're not outing any celebrities. You're not outing any people. You're not like saying, oh, these are the people who did this to me, or these are the people I'm going after. Like, you're attacking 5 different battlefronts at one time and you're losing. Like, it's not working, bro. Like, no one knows what the fuck you want. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But what do I know? I'm not some billionaire fucking crazy Kanye West. So anyways, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.
Hey, you finna just set us free. Hey, I got all the keys. Hey, that's what he said to me. Anything come on my path, they gon' get done real fast. No, I ain't taking it back.
Saying like,
wait. How did we go from a dinner with Donald Trump and Nick Fuentes, who I'm trying to learn about, to anti-Semitic claims? Like, bro, what is going on here?
I've been, you said debanked or what did you say happened to you, or
Demonetized, deplatformed.
demonized, demonetized, And what's so beautiful about
Demonized,
this time
demonetized.
is
That's tough. It's
everyone
like that word
got
isn't
to
in his
see
vocabulary.
what's really been happening. And now we can really understand. We can see that Ron Emanuel was right next to Obama, and then Jared Kushner was right next to Trump.
But so we're getting right into it, I guess, right? I was hoping to go for the news first before we got into all of this stuff. I think the issue is one way to put it is you're expounding upon a localization issue that you've witnessed, right? Let me clarify. There are a handful of people that you see are Jewish in a certain place, and then you associate Judaism with the power, whereas I view that as not relevant to it. Like, yeah, you're substantially more powerful than I am, but I don't view what you're doing as an issue of black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever heard the term the black vote?
Break the Dam was the biggest star in the world, and it took the biggest star in the world to do it. And now the dam is broken.
So let me tell you my issue.
Who the fuck is that guy?